Hi and welcome back to the channel. You may be ADHD if you take a 30-minute shower and at the end of the 30-minute shower you can't remember if you washed your hair or not because you've been so busy solving all the world's problems that you can't remember if you washed your hair. Therefore you've got to wash your hair again or for the first time, depending upon the answer of what the original question is, whether or not you wash your hair or not. You also might be ADHD if you are at a restaurant and you're trying to order from the menu, but you're actually looking at the menu. You're not reading it, you're just looking at it and staring at it, and all the pressure is building up because the waiter is coming around to you and you actually haven't even read the menu and you can't remember what you want to eat, and then you ask your friends, what do I usually get here? And they tell you what you usually get, and that's what you order, and that's how you don't read a menu. And you might be ADHD if you are supposed to go and leave the room to go take your Ritalin or your medicine, and you go to your room and then you gather up a whole bunch of other things and you get lost in your phone and you can't remember why you came back there, and you forget to take your Ritalin when you come back to the other room, and your parents ask you, did you take your Ritalin? And you can't remember, so you go back in there to take the Ritalin. You might have ADHD if, for example, you read 5 to 10 pages and towards the end of that 5 to 10 pages you can't remember anything that you read, and you try to remember where you were for all of that time, and then you have to go back and read all of it all over again because you can't remember what the subject's about or what the topic is about. You might be ADHD if you go to do something and you get so distracted and you're only supposed to be gone for like 5 minutes, but you come back and it's 2 hours later and all your friends are like, where have you been? What have you been doing? And you really can't remember because you've been just doing your own thing and you just lost track of time and 2 hours has flown by. You might have ADHD if you get distracted or can't remember stuff sometimes or every now and then, but not always, but sometimes and every now and then. Not always though. And you get distracted and one thing leads to the next, and like right now I'm looking at dust on my furniture and I'm thinking about dust and how I need to dust and how I need to buy some Pledge to dust the furniture. But what is Pledge? Why do they call it Pledge? And who came up with that name? And what does it mean? And what is Pledge made out of? And furniture, and where did the word furniture come from? And words, and how do you create a word? What if you just make up a word? Do you make it up and then say it and then start saying it, and then suddenly everybody is saying the word that you made up, and then it comes on TV and you tell your friends that you made up that word and they look at you like, huh? You might have ADHD if you decide to take a break from what you're doing and you're going to take 5 minutes and then you come back and it's been like a day, maybe? You might have ADHD then too. You might have ADHD if you meet someone for the first time and 2 seconds after they say their name, you've already forgot their name and you're very uncomfortable because they're calling you by your first name, but you can't remember their first name. And it creates an awkward situation for you. All joking aside, you may have ADHD if you do any of those things and a plethora of other things. However, it's how you handle it and how you take it to the next level with or without your medication. Thanks for watching this short video. I appreciate it. Please subscribe and like this video. Oh, look, a squirrel.